Dobro večer svima, moje ime je Marinko Parić i večeras imam izuzetnu čast i zadovoljstvo još jedanput najaviti mog velikog prijatelja i trenera doktora Josea Manuela Torresa koji će nam najaviti njegov idući event koji je samo za 2 dana. U subotu i nedjelju 24. i 25. prvoga u hotelu Antunović Zagreb će se održati dvodnevni trening seminar u organizaciji firme Plan Your Success koji će biti doista izuzetan. Međutim, da ja ne trošim svoje vrijeme i njegovo vrijeme, ja ću prepustiti riječ dr. Jose Manuel Torres. Jose, you can speak.
Marinko, thank you so much. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Accelerate Your Success program that is going to take place on the 24th and 25th of January. I am fully convinced that this is your year, and this is the year to plan your success with a system that allows you to fully concentrate in every single month of this year. To give you some statistics about why we are doing this Accelerate Your Success program is because in the world, out of the 7,000 million people, 55% of people do not have a plan. They don't invest time in designing their lifestyle. They really don't think about their dreams, objectives, goals. They just go with the flow. And I am a strong believer that if you improvise in your life, you're going to have excuses. And if you plan your life, you're going to have results. So 55% of the population simply, they just don't have a plan. They go with the flow. Now, 45% of the people do have a plan. People who think about their objective, think about their goals, but there is a problem. Every single year, they go on New Year's resolutions. People start the year fresh, with a natural reset, with energy, in which they want to do so many things this year. They're going to lose weight. They're going to make much more money. They're going to spend more time with family. They finally going to take their business to the roof. But on January 15th, people go back to the same habits, basically the same old. And this, in the last 6 years, I've been helping more than 300 CEOs and a lot of people to not only stick to their goals in January, but also keeping these goals in February, March, April, and all the way until December. One of the things that I want you to understand is that in many cases, we overestimate of things that we can do in 1 year, and we underestimate in what we can do in a decade. I'm going to say it again because this is very important. We overestimate what we are going to do in 1 year. For example, I want to get the highest level in my network marketing business. I want to be level 8. I want to make a lot of money. And then we have high expectations of the things that we can do in 1 year, and many cases it just doesn't happen. So one of the proposals I want to share with you this year is we need to plan the year, but we need to underestimate what we can do this year, but we need to overestimate what we can achieve in a decade, because in 10 years you can transform your life and you can make commissions that you have never imagined. So it requires a system, it requires patience. Of course, we can achieve a lot in 1 year, but I want you to start thinking of everything that you can achieve in a decade, in 10 years. So 55% of the population, no plan. 45% of the population do have a plan, but in January they quit. And I want you to become part of the 5% that is able to stick to their goals, not only January, but also February, March, April, and so on until December. So I am really excited because I'm taking my Plan Your Success team to Zagreb on Friday, and on Saturday, we're going to have an amazing program. We're going to start at 10:30 in the morning on Saturday, half hour for registration, and then we are having 3 solid hours in session 1. In session 1, I'm going to share with you why this journey, why the necessity to plan every single month, why the necessity to really plan your success. I'm going to introduce my Plan Your Success team, and we very fast are going to talk us about some of the techniques to fully concentrate and be focused on the important activities that are going to really create some massive change in your life. I also going to give you in session 1 one of the systems that is very simple for you to keep track of everything that you're doing every single hour. We're going to talk about raising your standards. Raising your standard is you're going to have the possibility to assess your current situation. How well are you doing with finances? How well are you doing with family, education, with your business, with your work? And I'm going to tell you of how to improve every single area. Then we're going to have a lunch break from 2 to 3, and very fast from 3 to 5, we're going into session 2. Session 2 is all about goal setting and execution. So we're going to help you to think about from 1 to 5 years. We're going to help you to think about objective year by year, objectives for 2015. We're going to help you to create goals for every single month, the goals for February, March, April, and so on. And we're also going to help you to identify what are the daily activities that really add value to your life. Of course, why not? We're going to help you to identify how to become that part of the 20% that really execute effective activities. And one of the most important parts of this section is the 4 steps to create momentum. The 4 steps is creating a list, having small victories, then having indicators, and finally improvement actions. Of course, everything that I'm sharing with you today is going to make much more sense when you see us live in Zagreb on stage. Then from 5 to 5:30, we're having a coffee break, and from 5:30 to 7:30, we're going to end up day number 1, Saturday 24th, by planning your 2015. Basically, the name of this session is Your Calendar is Your Boss. You know, entrepreneurs, people who launch businesses, the greatest thing is that we don't have a boss. We can organize ourselves the way we want to, but these also have a problem. So we're going to help you to plan your 2015. We're going to help you to plan the 4 quarters, basically the next 3 months, and identify the monthly goals every single month for every month. Okay? Then on Sunday, very early, 9:30 in the morning, we start with session number 4, in which we're going to help you of how to build your week for success. How is your current week? How your ideal week should look like? And you're going to finish the weekend with the next 4 weeks fully planned. And if you accomplish session 4, in February, you're going to be able to do this by yourself. In March, you're going to be able to do this by yourself. You can teach these strategies to your network, to your team, and you can have finally a system. You can duplicate a system. Finally, from 11:15 to 11:30, we'll have a quick break. And from 11:30 to 12:30, we finalize with session number 5, in which is all about creating momentum. Everything that you're going to learn on the Saturday and the Sunday, I'm going to give you some tips for things to avoid, the 14-game plan, and making this game winnable. Okay? Then we're going to finish the Accelerate Your Success program at 12:30. And then don't forget that on Sunday, starting at 3 p.m., we have the business progress, in which you will also have the opportunity to listen to me on a few strategies that I'm implementing here in Spain. So amazing full day on Saturday with very hands-on practical exercises, more than 11 exercises we're gonna do between Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday just a quick wrap up for give you a system so you can continue with this Plan Your Success in February, March, April, and at the end until the end of December. Now, let me show you some of the exercises that we're going to do. The first one is we're going to put you right in the middle, and we're going to do an assessment of 2014. How well, from 1 to 10, how well have you done with your finances, how well or how poorly you have done with your education, with your family, with your Lioness Live Connect business, with your social, you're building a new group of social people, basically 8 different areas in which we're gonna help you to do a final assessment of how 2014 was and a new vision of how 2015 should be. When we finish that, we're gonna draw the evolution of these areas. We're gonna draw how your business is gonna look like in 2015. We're gonna draw of how your network is gonna look like, of how many people you're gonna meet, of how many books you're gonna read. Basically, we're gonna make you draw the things that you want to achieve. We call it evolution. Why drawing is important? It's important because understanding the behavior is the key. In many cases, we want to change the outside, we want to change our situation without understanding what's happening inside. So once again, I'm gonna give you some of the techniques that you can draw some, basically a graph. We're gonna tell the story of everything that happened in 2014, and I'm gonna show you how to change that story for a new story that is much more compelling, attractive, and that will give you much more reasons and motivation for you to really get in action in 2015. Then, of course, why not? We're gonna make a list of goals, a list of 10 goals, 15 goals, 20 goals, 50 goals, from financial goals to personal goals to education goals to network goals. And I'm gonna make you think really, really hard, and you're gonna have to pick 5. Which are the 5 that you really want to achieve this year? And this is the great news. The great news is that we're gonna help you right on the spot to work on these 5 specific goals. We're gonna share you this right here. It's a little more complex. We're gonna show you what are the steps and the system to create goals, how to start, how to break a goal into little actions, and how those actions to go to your agenda. Remember, success is a daily execution of simple fundamentals. I'm gonna say this again because this is really important. Success is the daily execution of simple fundamentals, in which for every single activity, you have to tell me which is the execution time and what is the deadline. How long it's gonna take and when are you going to do it? I'm gonna be hard. Sometimes, like Eric Worre says, this is not for tourists. This is not a tourist zone. I'm gonna be hard for a day and a half. I'm gonna get you out of your comfort zone, and I'm gonna make you, number one, put your plan on a piece of paper and make this game winnable. After we define and we help you to build those 5 goals, then we're gonna move to plan your 2015. This part right here is probably my favorite. Why? Because we're gonna be able to build the big picture. Anticipation is a central motivating force in everyday life. When you have a plan like this, you finally gonna have that anticipation to wake up every morning and say, I am closer to my plan. So with this exercise, Plan Your 2015, in the top part, we're gonna put all the milestones, we're gonna put all the events, we're gonna put the next business progress. We're going to put the next business excellence. We're going to put the sensation. We're going to put some business info. Basically, you're going to be able to put in a full year every single task that you are going to execute in 2015. And you might say, well, but I don't know all the events. Just wait and see, because I'm going to teach you how to create this reality. And in the bottom, you're going to put all the tasks that you have to execute in order for that event to go great. Okay, so once again, from a personal point of view, this is one of my favorite exercises, because this will give you a big picture of what's going to happen with your life in 2015. Then after that, we are moving to January, February, and March. We're basically getting the zoom, and we're zooming in, because improvising means excuses and goal design means result. So January, February, and March. And this is funny, because we're going to be teaching this on January 24th and 25th. And you might say, well, Jose, but January is almost over. This is exactly the point that I want to get across. January is almost over, and what are you? You're still thinking, you're still preparing, you're still going on circles. It is time to work. And we're going to plan February and March and April, of course, but I want you to think of everything you have achieved in January, or basically everything that you have not achieved in January, so you have that pressure to get moving and to get back in action. After going zooming from the full year to the quarter, then of course we're going to plan April, May, and June. We're going to plan July, August, and September, and we're finally going to plan October, November, and December. And listen, when you finish this success book, you're going to have so much clues of the things that you want to accomplish, of the things that you need to basically find an answer. So this is kind of like a win-win situation, because if you know the answers, you can put it right in the success book. And if you don't know the answer, that's the area that you need to spend time building and improving. After that, we're going to also work on choosing a topic for every single month. For example, the topic for February is going to be recruiting, or meeting new people, or doing appointments. The topic for March is going to be education. The topic for April is going to be events. The topic for May is going to be duplication. So you have to choose what are the main goals in which you're going to concentrate in every single month. After we finish this exercise, we're going to go down to business. You are going to have to tell me, how is your real week? How's your week? What do you do on Mondays? What do you do on Tuesdays? How many hours do you work on your normal job? How many hours are you going to put in Lioness Live Connect? What are you going to do in the weekends? Basically, how your life looks like right now, and the ideal week, how the transformation of your week in order for you to achieve your goals. Because listen, in order for things to change, guess what? You have to change. So people want to change during the real week. It's just never going to happen. In order for things to change, you have to change. So I'm going to help you to build your ideal week, so little by little you start changing who you are, changing your results, changing your life, changing your destiny. Listen, this is no miracle. We're not going to transform your life in a weekend. Now, we are going to give you a system that if you follow the system for the next 52 weeks, then you can go back in time and say, well, what I learned on the 24th and 25th with Accelerate Your Success, I applied during 52 weeks and I really had results. Then you also gonna get out of this weekend with the next weekend, the first week of February fully planned, and the second week of February fully planned. And this is a good idea, because if I teach you how to plan the weeks like I do, then you're gonna be able to go through February, March, and April. Listen, there is the old classic story that I can give you fish, but I'm not gonna go to Zagreb to give you fish. I'm gonna go to Zagreb with a lot of humble, but I'm gonna teach you how to get the fish, how you can plan your ideal week, how you can plan 2 weeks in advance, and how to have a full picture of your year. Finally, because I love to be tangible, I love to go down to exactly what you are going to achieve. Why it would be a great idea for you to come and join us on the 24th and 25th in Zagreb. Because you're gonna finish the weekend with an assessment of where you are and where do you want to go. You're also gonna have a graphic representation of the evolution of these goals. You're gonna have a list of all your objectives and your goals, and we're gonna provide you with an easy system for goal setting. I'm also gonna teach you the 4 easy steps to create momentum, not only in your life, but also in your business. I'm going to teach you how to plan your 2015, having the big picture, planning the next 3 months, and having goals for every single month. Okay? You're also going to have a scratch of your current week, your ideal week, and the next 4 weeks fully planned. So this is the checklist that if on Sunday we achieve every single thing that I'm sharing with you tonight, I'm gonna be so pleased, and you can replicate this in February, March, April, and of course we'll keep in touch for us to track not only your progress but also your success. So really excited to see you. For those who are already registered for this event, just a message from Plan Your Success team. We're really excited to fly day on Friday. We have full energy for the Saturday, and it's gonna be a weekend in which, of course, you're gonna see all my energy, you're gonna see all my power, but I really gonna make you work, because this weekend is about you working, and I will give you the guidance of how to build these templates and how to replicate and duplicate this system. But it is a weekend for you to work. It is a weekend for you to fully complete what I call the success book. Okay? So really excited to see you on Saturday. And before I go, I want to share with you about upcoming events. So of course, Accelerate Your Success, 24th and 25th of January. Saturday, the full day, and then Sunday in the morning. Then really excited to be part of the Business Progress on Sunday afternoon. I'm sure the Balkan leaders, they're preparing a very helpful, a good business progress, and I'm gonna share with you some of the strategies that we're testing successfully in Spain, and also some of the things I learned with Eric Worre when I was in Las Vegas back in November. Don't forget, really exciting, Business Excellence in Banja Luka, February 7th and 8th. I know that Mr. Herbert Teisel is going to be there. For those of you who know him, you know that he is amazing on a stage. And for those of you who don't know Herbert Teisel, he's an amazing, very funny and very direct person. We're also going to have Mr. Gary Sevaker. He's one of the most successful people in the Lioness business. I think he's actually going in his own plane. So really excited to see Gary Sevaker at the Business Excellence. We're also going to have Marco Oreja and the leaders from the Balkans. So that is one event that I would not miss if I were you. Definitely go to Business Progress on January 25th. Definitely get the tickets for the Business Excellence on the 7th and 8th of February. And please, do not go alone. You know, going to these seminars alone is good because you're gonna make sure that you're doing personal development and personal growth, but you need to give this opportunity to people who are don't know about these events. You know, I understand that sometimes it's very difficult to promote these events, but like Eric Worre said, there's three types of people in this industry. The ones are the most common is the poser. Posers are the people that with no passion, they say, well, there is an event, I am coming, you know, why don't you come? And of course, the person that you're talking to always have a party or a commitment or have something that they're never free. Then you have the amateur. The amateur is the person who is very enthusiastic. He sees the importance of coming to the event, but he doesn't have the power to invite people. And then finally, you have the professionals. Professionals are the people who take this very seriously, that when you promote an event, this is not a joke. Your body language, you stand up and you say, listen, you know, I'm taking this really serious. You have to be humble, because in these events, they're very successful people. The world is changing. Everything, you know, what it used to be secure is no longer secure. And you would make me really happy if you come with me to this event, because I guarantee you that you're gonna learn a lot about this event. So do it professional, do it with passion, do it with power. Sometimes what we miss in life is just power, determination. When people see that you are powerful about this event, then maybe people say, well, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. And you say, yes, that's the answer. So last but not least, I want you to remember one thing. Here in Spain, in the events, I had more than 100 people in every single event. I had 100 people in the SNS of Madrid. I had 100 people from my team in the SNF of Barcelona, in the SNS of Bilbao. So the average of people that I had in those events were about 100 people. Why am I sharing this with you? Because when I went to Las Vegas in November, Eric Worre said that every single person that you take to an event, and this person goes to the second event, you're gonna end up making 1,000 euros of each person that you bring to this event. So every person you bring to an event and you train these people and they come to the second event, in 1 year you can make 1,000 euros. And you might be thinking, well, is it real? Is it possible? Well, my commissions in Lioness, they actually reach 100,000, meaning that 100 people that had in the event, 100,000 I made. A lot of the people that were in Las Vegas with me, we were thinking, how many people do we have in the event? And we multiply that by 1,000, and that's actually the money that we were making on commissions. So listen, I don't know if you believe me or not, but Eric Worre is a guy that talks to many, many networks, and every person that you take to accelerate your success, business progress, business excellence, or sensation is people that you are going to be making 1,000 euros per person per event. So, of course, this is for professionals. This is for people that we know how to invite. We believe in the business. We do this with passion, and we do this with self-confidence. And of course, probably an amazing event, Sensation Las Vegas, March 21st. There's not much time. We need to make this decision soon. And I'm sure you're thinking, oh my God, Las Vegas is far. It's probably expensive. Listen, this is a business, and you need to be where all the leaders are. You need to be at the greatest event of the year. If it's not possible this year, make a commitment. Start to build your business from a professional point of view this year and go to the Sensation in 2016. But if you can make the effort from a financial point of view and from a time point of view to go to Sensations in Las Vegas, please do. Okay? I want to share with you, in fact, I think we have a link of one of the videos I've created with Hannes. I want to keep this webinar as short as possible. So look in the chat, click the link, and and you're gonna see a video that we created with Hannes in Las Vegas in November. Listen, it is a pleasure for me to build these webinars with Laden and Marinko. We want your success, and we have the tools to teach you how to build your business and skyrocket. So thank you very much. See you this week. See you very soon. And now I'm gonna give the microphone to Marinko.
Okay, Jose, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to listen to you as always. Evo, ovo je bio Jose i najava njegovog eventa u Zagrebu ovaj vikend, subota i nedjelja, Hotel Antunović, početak u 11 sati ujutro u subotu, u nedjelju počinjemo u 9:30, nakon toga u nedjelju u 15 sati u novoj galeriji, tik do Hotela Antunović, znači nekih 50 metara udaljenosti, ćemo imati Business Progress seminar na kojem će biti prisutni nekoliko prezidenata kao gosti. Možda neće biti predavači, ali ćete moći razmijeniti iskustva s njima i razgovarati s tim ljudima. Još uvijek imamo nekoliko mjesta slobodnih i za jedan i za drugi event. Svi oni koji žele prisustvovati Joseovom seminaru, odnosno njegovom treningu, mogu se prijaviti do sutra navečer, odnosno četvrtak navečer na našoj Facebook stranici Business Excellence Support tima. Svi su dobrodošli. Kao što je Jose najavio, idući veliki event je Banja Luka. Biće doista povijesni događaj sa puno dobrih gostiju, odličnim predavačima, jedan od najjačih prezidenata uopće u lajkonet svijetu, Gary Sebacher, Marko Ređa i mnogi drugi lideri. Biće stvarno izuzetno dobro i moj savjet je da ne mislite da li ćete vi biti tamo, nego koliko ćete ljudi imati sa sobom. Toliko od nas za večeras, hvala lijepo i doviđenja.